Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'll be solving another SQL problem. Problem number 602, friend request, who has the most friends. Let's take a look at the problem statement. We are given a table called request accepted. This table has 3 columns: requester ID, acceptor ID, and accept date. The combination of columns requester ID and acceptor ID is the primary key for this table. And this table contains the ID of the user who sent the request, the ID of the user who received the request, and the date when the request was accepted. Our task is to find the people who have the most friends and the most friends number. The test cases are generated so that only one person has the most friends. So I notice here that we can get the total number of times that the ID shows up. So for example, in this case, ID number 1 shows up 2 times, ID number 2 shows up 2 times, and number 3 shows up 3 times. So that would be my approach. I will union these ID because it looks like the requester ID and acceptor IDs, they are all the IDs of the users on a website. For example, Facebook, they are just Facebook user ID. Just one is the requester and another one is acceptor. So I'm going to union these 2 columns together, and then I will get the number of times that the ID shows up, and I will select the top one and order in descending order. So let's do that. So I'm going to select requester ID, requester ID as ID from request accepted table, and we are going to union all with select acceptor ID. We also called ID from request accepted. Alright, so let's run this real quick. Okay, so as you can see, now we have one column. This combines all of the ID we have here. So I'm going to get the count of the ID. It will give me the number of the times that this ID shows up in this table. So let's do that. We can either, like I said in other videos, feel free to use CTE, but because this is a simple case, we don't need to use CTE, so just use this table here as a subquery. I'm going to select ID, right? And also I'm going to get the count of ID, and I call this num from this table, and we have to give it an alias, and I call this ID table, right? And I'm going to group by ID. So let's run this first to see what the output looks like. All right, so here I see the ID 1, 2, 3, 4, the number of time this ID shows up. So number 1 shows up 2 times, number 2 2 times, number 3 3 times, and number 4 once. All right, so let's order by num, and we need the most number of friends, so it's gonna be in descending order. Let's run that again. All right, so and in this, for this problem, in order to pass all the test cases, and all the test cases are generated so that only one person has the most friends, so let's select the top one only, so limit 1. Alright, so now we have the ID number 3 who has the most friends, and the number of friends this person has is 3. Alright, let's submit that. Alright, so runtime 800 milliseconds. So let's tackle the follow-up question here. In real world, multiple people could have the same most number of friends. It happens, and let's return all these people in this real world case, right? So this case, for example, we only return 1, even though like if there's more than, let me show you. So in this case, I'm only return 1, but imagine there's another ID number 2 also have the same number of most friends. It's going to just return this one. But in real world, we want to include that ID as well. So in order to do that, let me comment this out. All right. So we're gonna do the same thing for the to get all the IDs, but we would have to use rank or dense rank, and I'm going to use dense rank. Hold on 1 second, let me uncomment it. I'm gonna copy it, bring it up here, comment this out. All right, so this is what we have, right? We are going to remove this limit 1, and we have this table here, count ID, and I'm going to do select ID, right, num, and I'm going to create a dense rank Windows function, dense rank window function. For dense rank, it's going to be over. We're not going to partition by any columns, but we need to order by the number of friends. So num, and we'll call this rank. Like that. From this whole block will turn into a subquery for us, and I'm going to call this rank table. Rank table. I mean, sometimes it's easier to query later if you give the table a more descriptive name, rank table. So let me run this real quick. Window name, oh, order by. I forgot the syntax. It needs order by. All right, so as you can see here, we also need to order by num in descending order because we need the most number of friends. All right, so now for ID number 3, the number of friends this person has is 3 and rank is number 1. And in real world, imagine we have also number 1, this number of friends this person has also 3, and with dense rank, the rank for this person also 1, and we want to return 2 rows for those 2 IDs. And this time I'm going to create a CTE, so it's going to be with CTE as, also close it. With this table, I'm going to select ID, num, where, from CTE, from the CTE table, where rank is equal to 1. So this will pass the current all the test cases for this problem, but in real world it will also return all the people have the tie number of most friends. So let's submit that again. Accepted. Runtime 574 milliseconds. Beats 36.81% of users with MySQL. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in another video.